Dan Willis here, and we're talking about Credit Collections USA and specifically how to negotiate, settle, and potentially pay off Credit Collections USA, and so it will help and improve your credit score. Now, you only want to enter into negotiations directly with Credit Collections USA after you've had your account validated and you've checked out the statute of limitations, that legal time window. We shared that here in the earlier video. If you happen to miss it, we'll include a link in the description below. Now, assuming your account is validated and it's within that statute of limitations time window, our next step is to negotiate a settlement agreement directly with Credit Collections USA. There's two parts to your agreement, and it's best to get this in writing. First, you always want to negotiate to settle your debt for much less than the total balance. Often, you'll be able to negotiate and settle for as little as 15% up to about 45%, somewhere in that ballpark, but especially if you're dealing with medical bills, please negotiate to settle this for less. This is standard operating practice, and Credit Collections USA will be thrilled to accept a settlement for less payment. After all, you don't want to get stuck paying those interest fees and those collection fees, which we shared here in the earlier video. Now, this second part of your agreement is mission critical. We must get Credit Collections USA to agree that in exchange for our payment, they'll stop reporting our account information to all three of the credit bureaus. If we overlook this, we're going to get stuck with that paid collection, which, as we shared here earlier, that can potentially damage and drag our credit score down by as much as 100 points, according to Anthony Sprov, a spokesman for FICO. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, we need to take a moment and discuss this approach called a pay-for-delete approach to dealing with debt collectors. You'll see this written about all over the internet, and if you're unfamiliar, this is how it works. We demand that Credit Collections USA first delete the negative item from our credit report, and then we'll make payment. We wish this is how it worked. This sounds so wonderful. Unfortunately, it is beyond wishful thinking for so many reasons. And in our decade plus years of working the front lines with folks, we've yet to hear of one individual or one debt collector ever making this agreement. And the fact is, the truth is, debt collectors unfortunately won't ever make that agreement. Instead, it's much more effective, much more pragmatic to get them to agree to simply stop reporting your account information to all three of the credit bureaus in exchange for our payment. That's an agreement they will make, and you may have to be a little bit of a pest about it. Sometimes they can be reluctant to make that agreement, but that's something that they will agree to. They'll never agree to a pay-for-delete, unfortunately. Now let's talk about how to remove this collection item from your credit report. And to do this, we're going to need to use more of your rights as a consumer, this time those granted by the Fair Credit Reporting Act, FCRA. This is federal legislation passed way back in 1970 by Congress, and what it says and what it enables us to do is challenge and dispute any item on our credit report so long as we believe it's inaccurate, misleading, or made in error. Now, if this Credit Collections USA collection mark is on all three of your credit reports with Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, you're going to have to file three separate credit bureau disputes. One dispute per bureau. The credit bureaus are separate entities, and there's three ways to file your credit bureau dispute. You can do it online, over the phone, or by mail. Once the credit bureaus get our dispute, they first get to deem it valid or frivolous. This is another conversation for another time and place, so of course subscribe and join our congregation, and of course visit the link in the description below to check out the full article at our website. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Now, once the credit bureaus find your dispute valid, the Fair Credit Reporting Act requires them to investigate the item. They'll call it a reinvestigation. Nevertheless, during their investigation, they're going to contact Credit Collections USA, and they're going to request that they verify that collection account. As per our settlement agreement directly with Credit Collections USA, they're not going to verify the account when the credit bureaus investigate. That's the second part of our settlement agreement about Credit Collections USA agreeing to stop reporting our account information. As a result, and in compliance with the Fair Credit Reporting Act, this means the credit bureaus must remove that item from our credit reports. This is how to legally get bad credit off of your credit reports by exercising your rights and long before 7 slow years slowly ticks by. You see, every single one of those items on your credit report are supposed to be verifiable according to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And if they're not, they have to be removed. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Now, to wrap this all up, even with all these alphabet soup legislation, most people feel as if they're living in ancient biblical times and they're David going into battle with Goliath. And you're telling me all I get is this lousy slingshot? Come on, man. Now, at the end of the day, your credit score is a lot like your grade point average in glory school days past. It doesn't matter if you're acing all your classes, if you're failing underwater basket weaving, because that negative mark is going to ruin your overall GPA. This same principle applies to your credit score, and this is why it is so important to get a better credit score, that we remove any dings, blemishes, or negative marks from your credit report. And we encourage our members to consider professional, legal, and legitimate credit repair companies to help with this, because in 2016 alone, over 9 million negative items were removed from consumer credit reports. One of the best firms is the Credit Pros. They've helped their clients successfully remove collections, late payments, charge-offs, judgments, liens, repossessions, foreclosures, so many more negative credit report items. If you'd like some help, you can get a free credit consultation by calling toll-free 1-877-418-7596. Again, that's for a free credit consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-877-418-7596. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.